guys. Actually, it's not morning, actually like noon. We are getting ready to go pick up my mom from the United States Post Office. Today I am going to pick up her ashes, so I had to have her cremated. I think I have a little time to take her on a date. You know, she's gonna be living with me for a while. I also had a birthday in between all of this, but that's a different story for another time. I'm gonna wear a dress. I'm gonna wear this black satin dress because, you know, it is like my mom's not getting a funeral. I'm gonna take her to probably get a donut. I think I got into makeup because of my mom, because when I was little, there was a few times that she worked, and when she worked at the makeup counter, and I think a few times she also tried to sell like Mary Kay and Avon, and so there was always like a ton of products in our house, and I liked to paint on my face. I wouldn't really call it doing my makeup at that age, but I would always get yelled at because I would have like lipstick on my cheeks, and I would be in her eyeshadow, and I would be putting on her perfume and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of like the early seeds of how I got into modeling and stuff like that, even though it was really my grandmother who actually took the steps and helped me get there. I just think having all the magazines around with my mom, her sewing and her with the makeup and with all that stuff, and just gave me more exposure. So guys, I am off to go pick up my mom from the post office, and well, I guess I should say my mom's ashes from the post office. This is going to be a first time for me, so let's see how this goes and how much this weighs and all of it. It's been a new experience altogether. Okay, so doing this in public is extremely anxiety ridden. It makes me feel like super anxious because what I didn't know is that they were going to put the cremated remains all over the box. So the box is a little too heavy to fit in my bag. So I'm walking around with this, with the box looking like this. And it's on all corners because I guess that's the way they do it. But anyway, I'm going to continue to have my date with my mom because that's what I planned. So, you know, I don't see why anyone should particularly feel uncomfortable with death. I mean, we all know we're going to die, you know. So what is the social media term? Unalive ourselves. So it's a little weird in that respect. But anyway, here we are. And we're going to have our date. So I have my donut here. This is like a mocha something. My mom would have liked chocolate. She loved chocolate. Growing up in New York, we would always have a bakery that we used to go to and get like all these like cupcakes and 7-layer chocolate cakes and stuff like that. And then we moved to Virginia. Oh man, this has coffee in it, which is good because I need as much caffeine as possible these days. We used to drive to New York, back to New York, and pick up a bunch of these pastries and freeze them for, like, we'd buy like half a dozen 7-layer chocolate cakes and then freeze them. So we're just gonna sit here for a while, and then I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna open this in a couple days. I'll buy her an urn or something like that, and we'll see how it goes.